Danny, I'm sorry. What's going on, guys? I see I'm live. I never can tell. Hope everybody's having a great week. I haven't been on in like so long. I just wanted to come on and chat. I'm in here booking loads, attempting to, between Amazon and whatever they call general freight right now. So, how's everybody doing in this wonderful market that we're in trucking right now? It's exciting. Aren't you guys excited? How's all your guys' week starting out? What's up, Eric Ryan, man? How are you, man? What's up, Eddie? Hey, Eddie, you need to go in the portal and switch your name back over to, switch it back over to Sante. Or, switch it back over to, Monique so she can pick up that load. She's trying to get into the portal. How's everybody doing? Oh, Boston, man. I haven't been to Boston in years. I was like, are you still pulling those chassis, Eric, with are you pulling other people's equipment? What do you call that again? My brain can't even think anymore. Where you just grab them and go? Or are you back to general freight or freight? What are you guys doing? How is your weeks going? What do you guys have going on? You know, me and Eddie over at Dion Trucking are banging it out left and right, trying to survive. Piggybacks, that's it. I forget the name, but yeah, you've been doing that for quite a little while. I don't even know what people are doing anymore because I don't even talk to hardly anybody. It's amazing going from being all over the place to just crickets. It's crazy how the industry changes so fast sometimes. One minute you're blowing up and everybody needs to do stuff, and the next minute it's like you live in a cave, barely turn the lights on, Terry bars in the house. Piggyback, yeah, I like you. I watch you all the time doing it. I'm chilling out the house, taking a week off. That's awesome, Terry. Oh, the way freight is, not that anybody could afford it. I mean, I don't understand. Like, I get it. I understand. Like in the beginning of 2000, everybody got rich running crap, scrap, roll stock in boxes. I get it, man. For all those paper places, I can only imagine everybody did so good and made so much in that really weird 4 or 5 years we had there, and now I think it's crazier than I've ever seen it. You know what I mean? Like in time, I've never seen it like this. Isn't that crazy, Eric? It's weird thinking about. It's weird. Hey, man. Thanks, Eric. It's weird too. You think about that, Eric. It's been what, 8 years? I've been out here doing this stuff since 2009. So it's what, 14, 15 years helping people and doing stuff. And I have a feeling my days of training and teaching are coming to an end. It's crazy. I don't want it to. I'm fighting it. But there's times, I guess, things got to change. New endeavors. It takes a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like it's up, it's down. We have a martial arts school that we've been running for a year and a half, 2 years now, almost a year and a half. And, we're just getting to where people know who we are and the kids are coming in. And it takes in steps, lots of steps. You got people got to know you, you got to have a good product, people got to have fun. I go in with my Scooby Doo head and teach with the kids, and then it's like trucking. You want people to be experienced trucking. You want people to learn diversity, add owner operators, and make different kinds of streams of income and all that good stuff. But when the market's the way it is right now and all this stuff going on, man, it's crazy. And then I still see all these people out here promising some of the craziest stuff. I had a guy message me the other day, and he said, "Are you still training brokerage?" And I said, "I'll train anybody that wants training, but I mean, it's just all of it's hard. Like even with us, me and William are calling every day. And I don't know, Terry. I don't know how I'm doing anymore. I just come in, work. I'm helping Eddie with the trucking company. We're fighting between low boards and Amazon, and trying to build some relationships. And it's really hard to build relationships, even if a trucking company's 3 years old, or if it's 1 month or 1 month old. It's really, really hard because if you have 30, 40, or 1,000 relationships, 1,000 relationships, uh, they don't have freight, or their customers are being manipulated in a market like this. There ain't nothing you can do. I mean, right now, if you're on these load boards, I have them pulled up because I'm working at Eddie. You're not even talking to nothing. This isn't new freight. It's all leftover crap. Move today, move tomorrow. Like, like $1.30, $1.50, $1.80. Those are rates we had like in 2008. Like, no wonder these big fleets are going out of business. Like, did they not negotiate their contracts right? I mean, are they just getting stuck? I mean, all the businesses are out there back to where they're not even recruiting. They say there's a driver shortage, but a lot of the big companies are on hold unless they're doing crazy stuff. I sent you a text last week. Any advice for me? I may have not got it. What was your question? I'd be glad to answer it right now. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody dealing with all this right now? How are you coping with these rates on the board? Amazon slow, picking up, load boards, internal load boards, and people just wanting you to pull freight. That's such a wild rate. I mean, you got to pay the bills. Don't we? Don't we have to pay the bills? I mean, what are you guys doing right now? When you got stale pages. That's a good one, kid. I like that. Nice to see you, brother. Long time no speak. Like consistency. Like that's what I've been, because you get caught up. Do you interval posts? I got like every load board over here, like all of them. I mean, I don't even know. Hey man, it's awesome seeing you, Ken. I haven't seen so many people. It's like a ghost town. I feel like a forgotten art, lost person, and no one needs me anymore. It's like crazy, which I get it. CH the trucking industry doesn't need a Shaggy in it anymore. I get it. I got CH Robinson, Nolan, Parade, JBR, 123, PLS, Coyote, Steiner, Loadboard, Load Smart, Sleek Fleet, Connect, XPO, Bookload, Trucker, Tools Arrive, Beyond, uh, Carrier, and man, it just keeps going and going. There's a shit ton of them. So, like, I like what Ken said. And we're trying to do that. Are you trying? And I started doing that, and I started doing that too. Like when I first started with Eddie, we started doing these triangles and stuff, and doing the posting and searching. But up here in Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, as soon as the automotive went on strike, man, and the produce season went out, it like just straight came in and punched us in the face because if I would have did the networking 3 months before last month, 4 months ago, it would have been a different story because I'd had a few more. Then maybe it wouldn't. I'd had a few more. Yeah, it's all crappy, man. It's not even positive. Like I mean, it's like somebody said, "Are you good? Did you quit training and teaching?" And I said, "I'm just not doing webinars. I'm doing one-on-ones." Well, how I'll take over your broker training, and I'm like, "What are you going to teach them? What are you going to teach them?" Oh, that'd be awesome, Joe. Hopefully, I'm still here. Time's clicking. It's when you don't do a lot of training no more, and you're not doing the teaching, and you're not doing the stuff. I mean, it's not like my knowledge sucks. Man, I've been doing this so long, so many different things. It's just a market against us. But yeah, I get it. I'm trying to stay focused too and hang out. It's all crappy. I can't wait to see you guys. I miss all my students and people and helping and growing and diversifying and teaching and showing them how to do stuff. So much fun. Sometimes entrepreneuring gets the best of us. So Elite Transit has not made a payment yet for a shipment that was delivered back in August with a clean bill. They have not paid the invoice yet. They keep saying that they're escalating the payment. Yeah, so sometimes you get to that where you have to either call the customers, or you have to call the customer, or you have to take time. Sometimes you got to take it out of your hands and go furthermore and call the customer and check in their accounting, because a lot of the numbers will match. And then if you don't call the customer and your factoring company's like the one that's recourse, then there's going to be a time. Then there's going to be a time where you need to. There's going to be a time where you're going to have to call a company like Baxter Bailey. There's like 4 or 5 of them out there, and just um, lose a percentage to go after the money, because they'll go in and do what you won't do and threaten them. Get to get in there, and threaten them. So to one of those three options, after a certain amount of time, I'd start to reach out to the customer. And you need to stay on top of it too, because a lot of these big brokers, guys, you just see what went out with Surge, Metal Arc. There's a bunch, man. They're just free floating money, and they can go out just like a trucking company, right? Like, you can have all this volume going and all these contracts, and the next thing you know, the market changes. Nothing is stable. So it changes, and they can go upside down really, really fast. It just because they make a lot of money doesn't mean they keep it. You know what I mean? These big guys, elites and different ones, they have expenses, or they're not, or there's an owner in it that's not going to give up the money. He's going to change it, do something crazy. Uh, Stay on top of your aging with your factoring companies right now. Very, very important. You got to stay across on top of that aging. You can't just float and expect it to work just because you have a factoring company. You need to be opening up that portal and checking in there and making sure everybody's doing their job. And sometimes you got to call the brokers, and sometimes you got to call the customers too, and just see, hey, what's up with this guy? Why are you guys really not paying? Or is it the broker that's going out of business? If the broker's going out of business, you better and it's past 30 to 60 days, you better be filing on their bond. Once it's past 30, 45 days, file on their bond and notify the customer and see what's going on. You have to. You can't rely on your factoring company. They're just going to take your money back. How's everybody else been doing? I see people flowing through. How are you guys doing? And I know I was looking at Trucker G. He did a video talking about FMCSA sucks. And he had like millions and millions of viewers on it. And which I love Trucker G and his wife. And you get on here and you talk about networking and posting and searching and diversity and having a plan. And when the money's great, we don't do it. And when the money's not great, we should have did it, but we didn't do it. So now we're all fucked. You know what I mean? It's just like same way with me. I get it. I mean, I've devoted so much into this business the last 2 years that I had faith in so many more people than myself. And it's funny because when it's all done, we can cry and whine and fuss and moan and blame this and blame that, but it always comes back to you. That's it. You're the only one. You're the one that has to do it. You're the one that has to make changes. And I see so many people nowadays leaving this industry, and it's like, I mean, it's sad that there are people leaving, because when you look at all the jobs, man, you're only jobs 40, 60,000. You go drive for another company, and then that company can be the same boat, and you could get there and think you're going to make it and fall out. So hard to figure out what to do. You know what I mean? Do you keep training? Do you keep trucking? Do you keep trying to build a brokerage? Or do you get a job and go work for somebody else? Isn't that a hard decision? I'm gonna, think about it. What do you do? What would you guys do? You start eliminating stuff, work three shifts. That's what you do. Keep it's that thing we do in Taekwondo. Head up, chin down, fist up, let's go. We fight. I've been here. This is like almost 20 years. Some of you guys been out here way longer than me. I mean, I've done a lot in 20 years. What's up, Canada? Nice seeing the house. I bet it's cold as hell up there. It's tough. And it's even tougher for a guy like Terry. You know, if you're doing your own authority and you have leverage, sometimes it's better. But then other times you think about it being leased to a guy, you're dictated by those rates in their company. If you have your authority and you only have a couple of trucks, you're dictated by the market yourself with no help. 55. That's not bad. Awesome. Canada's rocking. I love Canadians. I have so many friends up in Canada. So many students. Yeah, it's like a double edged sword. You don't know sometimes. Yeah, you got the freedom to do what you want, but on the other hand, you're still dictated. You can't add on the trucks. If you do add on trucks, they have to have drivers in them. So I see a lot of people heading that way. End up sector. I know, like a lot of guys do different stuff at end up. I know it's a big business. I've watched that one company over in Illinois grow and grow. Billman's grow like crazy. It's all about a niche. You know what I mean? Once you find that niche, you get really good in it. And I see a lot of people going that way. I seen an article this morning that says Exxon just did a huge oil deal, and they're getting ready to pop up United States again. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was happening. I thought we were going green. I'd had to go look and see if it was fake news. And it's nice to see everybody on here today. Hope you guys like the videos. I don't have much of a voice right now, so I'm trying to keep myself mellow. Cheers. I'm sitting here working on an Amazon board, learning it with Eddie, and for our trucks because we're moving some of them back over. And I am working on the load boards at the same time. Plus, I'm posting with direction. The only problem with posting with direction, it's all crap freight that's coming in because there is no real freight. Like the market has nothing going on. Like there's no disasters, there's no floods, there's no hurricanes, there's no produce, there's the season ended out there, automotive's on strike. It makes it really frustrating when you come in and you're like, well, I'd like to tell you what to do, but I really don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like you just fight, look for a load, find the next one, and apologize. I don't think so. I don't think so. They have what I've been learning with Eddie. They do have two different rates. So they have like three different types of freight, I believe. So one is so far what I've learned. No, so far all I see, and Eddie's been doing it for quite a while, and I've never really got to play on Amazon until I recently started with Eddie, and I'm still learning it with our trucking company, Dion. And so I'm on the board right now, matter of fact, and they have like you have the chassis of your UIA, and then they have the trailers that you pull theirs, and then they have the ones where you live load. Now live load stuff looks like shit, just so you know, where you use your own trailer. But if you pull their trailers, and it's really crazy because you see loads that are like 115 miles, $580, but they all got stops. There's drop and hook, but it's got stops and it's a certain amount of time. So you have to do a lot of calculations between this location, that location, how much time the stops. Will you get another one? And you got to be watching your drivers all the time. But then there's those other things that I'm learning about that are called contracts. And they're pretty cool because you can take a couple contracts and bid a guy out for like 2 weeks straight or something like that. And once you do that contract, it's neat that the rates don't change. So I mean, it just depends on what part. I don't think anybody's got anything special. I think because Amazon would be stupid to do that, but there might be some select carriers that come in and do it. Everybody's got their relationships for volume that do massive volume, but I bet you, I would say probably 100% that people are in rooms all day long trying to grab what they can and playing dot to dot and booking ahead, different things. You know what I mean? Because you have the score. He was teaching me this morning about the scores on Amazon, where there's two different scores, and each one costs a point. So you have to be careful on running late and dropping loads and all that stuff you can get, and your safety score on top of that. So it's a lot of work. But I believe the contracts are what pay the most, and they go really really fast. You have to stay on top of them. But they're not like they're different types of contracts. They um they go pretty fast and they come out at certain times. So I'm learning. And Eddie's really good at it. We call him the Wizard of Amazon. People sending me messages. I only wanted to come on for a few more minutes. But if you guys got any questions, but yeah, we're just sitting here banging it out. Still coming in at 6:30 and rocking it. We're still available to do some consulting if you guys need it. We're hanging in there. I'm trying not to let the trucking industry burn me out. I think everybody's with Amazon, not just JBN, but even those carriers. I don't think they need bots. Their system's pretty smooth and stuff like that. I don't think they're gonna need it. Yeah, Teddy. Yeah, hold on. Let me forward it to you. Hold on. Stay right there. Good job, man. This Ted Daniels, the Ted Daniels one. Yep, coming at you. It's in your email. Thanks, man. Yep, good job. Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure carriers are using all kinds of AI stuff to pull stuff off, especially certain ones they want, lining them up. I'm sure they are. I don't think people are doing massive, and they might. I mean, I'm sure there's a contract and everything. I mean, you got high volume at places that people are willing to do stuff. They're going to do it. You see them in all those terms. All these big carriers have contracts. They've had the big carriers and big brokers back in the day. Amazon only used nothing but brokers. I mean, that's the only way you got Amazon, and then they did their own. And they've been changing a lot over the years. What's up, Mike? I haven't forgot about you either. I'm new to the Amazon game, but I'm sure it's like anything else, man. There's so many different levels to it. I'm sure the load bar that we're using right now is the bottom end of it. You know what I mean? Because that's why they play their games, where it goes up, 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 and then you got to know to grab it. It's just like the rest of it. It's just like general freight. 1 minute it's down, 1 minute it's up, 1 minute has a dead page. The night is better than the morning. The morning is better than the night. Yeah, yeah, but I don't think it's. It might be bots why they go so fast. I don't think so. I just think you can see it in real time. Whoever said that on there, I can't see it because when you're on there, you can see it on the load board. You can sit here and argue all day long if there's like as many loads as that says there is going through there because they come and go so fast. There's certain ones like stay on there forever, but a lot of your good stuff, even when it's good, it's in and out. Ding, 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 ding. Those people don't want to be bugged like crazy, so it's in and out. So I mean, it's the same thing. You could probably say, I'm sure everybody's using some form of AI. Thanks, Mike. I got you though. Don't get a bitch. We got you. My nose is itching. How's everybody else doing? So nice to see everybody. I haven't been on here in so long. How's your weeks going? I'll give it like 5 more minutes because I get it back to work. I just haven't been on here for a while and I wanted to come on and just chat. How are you guys doing in this market? What have you changed to make you better? What have you changed to do? Are you like picking and choosing what you do? Later on, Mike. How many people do they think can afford to make it through this turn, this next 8 months, which is probably what it'll be? I wonder how many people got themselves so far ahead with all the money coming in that now they're really having a reevaluation to their plan. How many people battened down the hatches and saved and saved and saved because they knew something was coming? How many people expected it to be like this? I see people already texting, can't wait for 2024. Shit, you better start talking about 25 and 26. It's going to take a long time to recover. What do you guys think? Are you guys blaming the brokers? Are you guys blaming the trucking companies? Or is it the customers because there's so many people want their freight that they don't have to pay? Is all 2 million carriers a cheap freight haulers? Like, what's that one group doing now? The one that was going to go and build this big group in the Facebook group, that Michael Boston guy's group, OIDCTA or whatever the hell it's called. What are they doing now? I believe it's the shippers. I agree with Ken 100%. The shippers. They don't have to. They don't need to. When they had to pay out the wazoo because there's more freight than trucks, no one gave them a break. I believe in this industry, you always have to reevaluate your strategy. Always be looking out to new lanes, other ways to make money. I agree 100%. What's everybody doing though? How are we doing that right now? Are you guys opening up car lots, selling Avon, Amway, Maluka? Are you guys doing driving truck during the day and doing a third shift job at night? Yeah, I see it every day. I get calls every day. It's funny too because everybody's like, well, I'm going to go out and switch to tankers. Okay, well, that's a good thing to do. But when the volumes drop like this and all those tanker guys out there that are making $6 a mile, just a little secret to you. That's only $6 a mile one way. Or all those specialized guys. That's one way. Sometimes it's round trip. But if you divide it in a round trip, they're like $6 tomorrow. You go, what do you get coming back? I don't get nothing. So now a lot of those guys are even getting their balls cut off because they had all these exotic equipment, different things. Well, you got brokers like Circle Logistics and a bunch of others, including TQL, that'll go in there and show a customer now how there's so many trucks that they can sell your round trip better one way. So now they're bidding it for four. What's up with that shit? $4 a mile. You're like, woo! Yeah, but they're only selling it one way. Well, the service goes out the window. But if the customer is getting it picked up and delivered, do they care? Why would they? You're not their friends. Where's all the new freight? There isn't any. Nothing's happening. If it is, it's like a needle in a haystack, right? Like if you're calling customers. There are multiple factors. This says right here. This is a good conversation. Multiple factors. There are multiple factors. Greed, inflation. There are a lot of owner operators that got into business because of lack of knowledge and helped bring the rates down. Volume. That's a good point. Tons of people that got into business. Not even owner operators, just investors, people that left jobs, people that never ever in trucking suddenly became fucking gurus. And then they trained people like gurus. And now they ain't got no answers. None of them. I mean, I got a call the other day from Shawnee, which had that Shemaine Jeffers girl on the phone, which is from CDL for Life. There's like 50,000 people up in that group. And she's calling me. Hey, Teddy. Yeah, you sure? How's that loud? I just sent it to you. Let me see here. It should be in there. It's from Shaggy. Look in the picture where I texted to you on your phone. If the number's not on there, you got to call what's his name and get it. Call the broker and get it from him. Yeah, just call him real quick. He'll give it to you. That's his personal cell phone. All right. Later, Ken. Yeah, no, we're booking loads and running trucks all at the same time. I should have called, but I was on here with you guys. That's terrible dispatching. Let's see where how that rate go. Send it to me. All right. Catch up with you later. Say, hey, man, call me anytime. So what's everybody else got going on? Like, what are you doing right now to survive? And there is a lot. It's like, you know what? Somebody said that Facebook user right here said they're, I don't know who I'm talking to, they're still pouring in. I don't know what they're pouring into. Like literally over the last year, it's changed because of the dispatching and the fraud and all this stuff going on. Like, I mean, what brokers are you going to use? Like, even if you go to CH Robinson, you're on a key code thing. TQL's got leftovers. And the load board is fucking, all of them are freaking crap because they don't have to give up the money. So, I mean, if you're a new authority pouring in, what are they going to give you? Like what do they have that's going to make you the money that you need to make to survive in this trucking? I mean, like I can only imagine what these guys are teaching people in dispatching. Well, you got to fight. You're just going to have to make 10 times more calls. Or before it was like 4 or 5, but now it's going to be like 100. And then when you get them there and there ain't nothing there, I don't know what you're going to tell them where you're going next. It's like, well, I don't know why the market's so fucked in. I ran you all over here for an hour. Well, I mean, it's not like we were going to Texas. I sent you to Ohio, and Ohio's shit. I mean, what are they teaching them? Michigan's crap. Well, unless you want a freight chase, like where you take $1,600 down to a place where it's $1.43 a mile, you know what I mean? Well, the average works. Well, not if the average is still below your average of cost. I mean, and they don't even know. Like, they just left Taco Bell and fucking Wendy's yesterday. Like, they ain't even drove a truck. The guys are still putting ads out. Come on, last resort. We're trying to get a little bit of those pieces left. I get it. I mean, I teach people serious stuff and serious ways to do it and a lot of work to do it. And then half the people never did the work to take me seriously all those times I trained. And now they just went back to the low boards because the whole time I trained them, the low boards are easier. Now you're in an era where you should have did posting with direction and built a network, built lanes, and made those calls, and you can't. I mean, you could use e-carrier check and watch Jayden and Jared and Nate all day. And it's like you still got a needle in a haystack, and you hope whenever you find a needle in a haystack, you prick the motherfucker to get his attention and give you a shot. You know what I mean? I think I started anyway. I'll go back to talking. Sorry, guys. Everybody's getting bored. Yeah, so what are you guys doing to make it right now? Because I did the same as you. Instead of going back and working hard, and building up what I needed to do, counting on all these other people, and now I got excuses. All right, anyways, so I think something just happened to my Facebook because I lost a lot of viewers. I don't know if I blocked out, things went dead, or whatever. But man, I hope you guys have a really great day. I hope you guys are having, hope you guys are really working, networking, staying up with the flow, just keeping your head up. And if you need us, we're always here for you. That's my cell phone number right there on the screen. And maybe there's something I can help you with until this turns around. Stay positive. Peace.